Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the monthly roadmap for Train Sim World. This is the May 2025 roadmap. If you want to just screenshot this right now, please do so. One thing I do notice is that the release date to be confirmed area is a lot smaller than it used to be. Let's skip the TLDR section. So new screenshots for Frankfurt S-Bahn. See if there's any information in here that we don't already know. So the Frankfurt Airport long distance station will have ICE 3, ICE 1, ICE T, Intercity and S-Bahn services. That's going to be pretty busy then. The rolling stock will be included. We'll have a DBBR 430, which is going to be brand new, a DBBR 423 with physics upgrades and a new interior. I hope the new interior is ported onto the 423 from Frankfurt to Fulda. And then the 143 and Dostos, which have been in preview suits before, which will run RB services out of Wiesbaden. All of the services which call it Fernbahnhof will be additional layers. 1,000 plus playable services. Here's some more shots coming out of Frankfurt. Somewhere along the route. A castle along the route. I don't really know this area. It looks as though we'll be getting gameplay for the Deutsche Bahn Red BR363 from Rosig Nord. I think you don't see that one too much around nowadays. You see the blue variant a lot, but not that one. And something else along the route. The scenery looks pretty decent. I'll give them that. Like, from what they're showing us, I'm pretty impressed by by the scenery, and also the amount of services. I have a feeling this is going to be a good route. It's just a gut feeling, mind you. Dovetail have let us down before spectacularly, so I do still have my doubts, but this does look pretty good, especially with a specific train coming out pretty soon. Next up, Cargo Line Volume 4 Military from Skyhook Games. This one I have been interested in because all of the previous Cargo Line releases have involved wagons which are already in the game. However, this is something completely new, completely like unique. So we're going to have a KWA Warwell wagon in a heavily weathered military green livery consisting of a main deck, a lower central portion, and mounted on two-wheeled bogies. Conventional draw gear and buffers are located at each end, and we'll also get yet another rehash of the Class 66 in the DB livery, which personally I don't mind. The Class 66 is so ubiquitous in Britain nowadays that it doesn't really matter if it's recycled again, and plus this pack centers around the wagons. I must say this looks pretty impressive. Skyhook seem to have finally made a cargo line which I'm interested in. The wagon will be available in 3 conditions: unloaded/empty, loaded with a generic tracked armored personnel carrier, which is this thing, or loaded with a 3-axle mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle, which is one of these things, basically a 6-wheeled truck with some heavy armor. So yeah. Additionally, in this pack will be journey mode gameplay, 3 new scenarios, and additional timetable services for Great Western Express and Preston to Carlisle. Excuse me, Preston to Carlisle is set in the 1980s. This must be a typo. I assume they mean WCML South, because who in the goodness would think that layers on Preston to Carlisle are a good idea? Next up, it's the, oh wait, I should probably say, I might pick up this pack, because I do like driving the 66, and this is something that we have needed, like military cargo. I think I will pick it up on a sale. I'll add it to my Steam wishlist and just wait for a sale. Next up, it's the BR194 and E94 Rail Tour pack from Train Sim Germany. So it's basically the German variant of the OBB 1020 Crocodile that we got on Mittenwaldbahn. So all of these, according to them, all of these pink areas have been modeled from scratch for the 194. So as you can tell, the changes are much more extensive than a gameplay pack would really warrant. I'm pretty impressed. Train Sim Germany seem to have knocked it out of the park once again with the detail. Not just the roof and windows, but also components like cooling pipes, vents, and lights. We've needed one of these green crocodiles for a while. Link Reinstrecker needs it, and I'm pretty impressed. This project would not have been possible without the invaluable support of the Elektrische Zugförderung Württemberg, which I assume is some kind of museum. From the very beginning, their passionate team has provided us with original drawings and answered every technical question we have. Groups like AZW are the reason these 82-year-old locomotives are still alive and running today. This is impressive. Like, not every day you get access to a locomotive of this vintage and get to take photographs of every square inch of it. One highlight of this pack is E94088, which is featured in its current state, a former 1020 undergoing a transformation back to its 1943 E94 configuration. Originally built in 1943, it received major modifications in 1970 to become an OBB 1020 and continued service until 1994. After an extensive restoration, it was brought back to operational condition in 2013 and is now proudly maintained by EZW. It still runs on both rail tours and regular services. That is impressive. It not only does rail tours, it does regular services. An almost 83-year-old locomotive is still running regular mainline services on a... That's incredible! To put that into perspective, for you Brits and Americans, that'd be something like a, I don't know, Stanier 8F or a Union Pacific Big Boy locomotive still running regular services to this day. That is really impressive. I am seriously impressed. As a thank you from the Train Sim Germany team, a portion of their proceeds from this pack will go directly to EZW. That makes me want to buy it even more, man. Supporting that group. It will be released on Generation 9 consoles and PC platforms only. And now we've got another update from Train Sim Germany on the BR420 for the Frankfurt S-Bahn route. The driver's seat is a door blocker, and we managed to get that working. So if the seat is in its normal position, you can't really open the right cab door, and that is visually recreated. The seat is movable, and when sighted to the left side, the cab can be reopened. That's pretty cool. I like that. Another feature we've worked on is folding seats for AI passengers and players. If an AI passenger takes the seat, the seat unfolds automatically, and likewise when standing up, the seat will fold again. That's pretty cool. We haven't had that before. Finally, we've also made some tiny visual changes in the Frankfurt S-Bahn version of the cab, so the speaker panel uses an older variant. I assume that's from player feedback. I don't know if it is, but I assume that's from player feedback. That's pretty cool. Like, it shows their attention to detail. Alan Thompson Simulations Manchester Airport Commuter makes a return. It was previously removed from the roadmap as the team worked hard to support bug fixes and performance optimization. They're putting the project back into the 0 to 3 months category. Going through QA testing, timetables and layers are complete, and we're resolving the remaining bugs at a healthy pace. We have seen massive improvements in FPS and are now finishing up the final station and OHLE fixes. This one I'm a bit more skeptical about because it involves yet another rehash of the Class 323 for the 4th time and for the 2nd time in Northern livery. However, the detail does look pretty good. So, I'm a bit on the fence about this one. I might pick it up on a decent sale, but then it might turn out to be another Mileway line, so I'm not holding my breath at this point. It will be released on Gen 9 consoles and PC only. We've got another update on the Class 86 plus Mark 2F coaches from Just Trains. They've been very busy working on the Class 86 Stroke 2. There's been a focus on the much requested Mark 1 R&B buffet car, which is looking grand inside out and includes both the Intercity Executive and BR Blue Grey liveries. Working inside the working roller blind shutter lays a true cornucopia of food and drink, all being offered by the welcoming steward. I've just thought of something. What if they serve alcohol in that buffet? Can we get the TSW avatar in-game to be drunk? How cool would that be? That would be very GTA of them if they did something like that. Anyway, another update from Just Trains. Transport for Wales, Class 142 Pacer. It's going to have LED headlights, 2-leaf bifold doors, updated door open and close operating button, sanding equipment, smash glass to access emergency door handle, which is going to be non-operational. I don't really think the core game could handle something like that. And NRN and GSMR antennas. We've got a few screenshots of that. It looks as though we finally got the logos on. So this, for those who don't know, this livery is basically, it was the time when Arriva Trains Wales was transitioning to Transport for Wales. So the livery is Arriva with TFW logos overlaid on that, and the Arriva logos removed. I think it's pretty cool. It's a very unusual livery. I do like it. And plus, I just want to have more Pacer content. Like, come on. Santa Fe gameplay pack from High Iron Simulations. We've created and are testing a selection of 5 scenarios for the Cajon Pass, which offer mainline, local, and switching challenges. Together with more than 250 train movements featured in the service timetable, there will be a great range of realistic Santa Fe operating experiences for the user. There's also going to be a Union Pacific layer employing equipment from Sherman Hill, which I hope all of you have by now because that was given away a few months ago. I've had my eye on this for quite a while now. I do like Cajon Pass. I don't drive on it that much, but I do like the old Santa Fe stuff. Like that old war bonnet livery. Woo, man. However, this is High Iron Simulations we're talking about, and they've had a bit of a checkered reputation back in Train Sim Classic for add-ons of wildly varying quality, shall we say. So I'm going to hold my breath on this one, and if it turns out well, I'll get it on a sale. Which is definitely unusual for me, because I don't really focus on the American freight stuff. So yeah, there's a ton of screenshots here, if you want to check them out. It does look really good, though. Introducing Grump Dog Games, a new third party. And guess who it is? It's Dovetail's very own Liam, the guy behind the Cathcart Circle and West Somerset Railway remasters. So he's basically become a third-party developer. I think he's still with the company, but he's also going to be working on stuff. The first project will be a Class 43 HST farewell pack for the upcoming GWE remaster. The pack will be focused on the final days of the HSTs running along the GW Great Western Main Line and include a few special liveries for the Class 43 along with their respective nameplates. It's too early to mention the specific liveries included. Dovetail have reacquired the GWR license. Like, this is something I've been asking for so much. Having GWE as the only GWR route in the game. Like, come on. Like, we need, like a Bristol to Cardiff route. Maybe with, like, an extension to Swansea, set in the modern day with, like, a Class 800, Class 802. And then that could have route hopping at Cardiff Station to the Cardiff City Network route. We've got an update on the GWE remaster. We've got one new screenshot. It's of the Class 387, which you will require the Brighton Mainline add-on. And it's an unbranded Heathrow Express livery. Oh man, Paddington looks so good with the new lighting. It already looked really good. It was one of my favorite stations, even with the remaster still being a while out. And it looks really good now. It just looks like superb. He's not including any screenshots of the HST farewell pack. He thinks it's too early. Fine, let him at it. Right, we've got some patches. Upcoming improvements. Alongside a range of add-on fixes, we'll be planning to release a major free update from Skyhook Games for Midland Mainline. Yay, another Midland Mainline patch. I love these. Added Trains Involved 5, track shadow improvements, adding steam emission back to Ratcliffe Power Station. I honestly didn't know that was a thing because I bought MML after that had already been accidentally removed. Aircraft obstruction lights to the thin chimney at Ratcliffe Power Station. Stay calm posters, which you can learn about here. Implementing new water materials, improved static stock at Beeston, changed intermodal services to be player drivable with the Cargo Line Volume 3 intermodal, expanded support for forthcoming Cargo Line packs, and then for the Class 158, adding guard mode, dynamic gangways, better interior lighting, improved support for free roam and formation designer, cab gangways, and camera height. And then for the HST, improved material when wet, improved support for free roam, and fixed ability to add decals in livery designer. And there's also one thing else from Skyhook Games which is not on the roadmap but has been leaked. When Cargo Line Volume 3 came out, if you went to West Coast Mainline South and clicked on the Layers option, there is something in there that says Cargo Line Volumes 5 Nuclear not owned. There have been teasers of us getting a DRS liveried Class 20. If so, that could be part of the nuclear pack, since DRS Class 20s have hauled nuclear waste cargo in real life. So, if so, I'm really looking forward to Volume 5. It's not been announced yet, and it's just been leaked, but yeah, there you go. Come to timetable. Come to Aachen timetable update for additional platforms. They've already completed testing for Steam. Basically, we're continuing to test it. It will be out soon. May monthly mastery challenge, Trains of World Tycoon on Roblox. We'll just ignore that, and the live stream. So yeah, that is the end of the roadmap. Personally, I think my four favorite things actually, are the 420 from Trains in Germany, the E94 from Trains in Germany, the Class 86 from Just Trains, and the TFW Class 142 Pacer from Just Trains. So yeah, I am also glad to see the Tadami line, Aizu Wakamatsu to Tadami, is still on the roadmap, which means development is continuing. It's not in the approaching soon category, but I can't wait, especially for Tadami, but also a lot of this stuff is just good. Like, the developers seem to really be cooking. So yeah, I will see you all in the next video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my little rant, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.